Oh, it's my two favorite casters.
Oh, hey.
So happy that both of them are
Us
here.
again.
You know,
Yeah, sorry I was a bit late.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and Lath is finally here.
Hey,
You're
Lath.
late.
Late. No. Late. It's fine, bro. You do you.
Oh,
You do you.
so.
It's Lath. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Like, it's fine. It's fine.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
It's not like you at all.
What are you talking about? I'm always like this.
Yeah, sure.
Production really wants us to talk about this next duel, though, rather than talk about how great Lath is. So this one, we have Vennomite versus Florryworry. Now, Red Hawk, they're playing Holy Hydrophilic Empire. What can we expect to see here?
Yeah, so this is basically something that's like the exact opposite of Switzerland. You know, as Switzerland, you want to get as many inland provinces as you can. This is as Croatia, get as many coastal provinces as you can. Now, getting free from Hungary should be pretty easy. I think after that is the difficult part. You know, getting all of these coastal provinces around you. You got to fight in Italy. You got to fight the Ottomans. Maybe the best bet for our players right here would be to no CB, maybe a no North African nation, maybe someone in the Caucasus. Get somewhere with lower AE and somewhere where they won't have to fight the Ottomans. So I'm excited to see what they'll do after they get independent.
I would like to point out something in the wording. It says as Croatia. Croatia is a formidable nation. So we'll see how our players decide to interpret that. So they don't necessarily have to start as Croatia. They just need to end up as Croatia with as many coastal provinces as possible.
I think they were actually talking about that in Discord as well. I think Florry had mentioned something like that. But, Lath, what is some advice that you can give Vennomite right now for him to beat Florry? Yes.
I mean, I honestly think that in this challenge, Vennomite probably has the best chance. From what I've seen of Vennomite previously, I think that he could pull off a little bit of an upset here. Obviously, it doesn't take away from Florridal, but it's so open-ended that if you can come up with a bit of a strange strategy, then you will probably come out on top. So if he can come up with something weird, maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
Interesting.
Okay, well, how about we go talk to our players and see if they
what their plans are.
See if they're gonna do anything weird, and we'll let our casters prepare. And here they are, Vennomite and Flurry. Welcome back. How are you guys doing?
Oh, good.
Doing good, doing good.
So Vennomite, if you heard us talking to our wonderful casters, what would be your strategy tonight to hopefully, or do you want to reveal your strategy?
Well, Flurry and I are doing
one.
similar things, so. But my strategy is to win.
Oh, great.
Okay?
Yeah.
Somebody has to beat this
strategy.
menace.
I mean, it's a great strategy if it works. Okay, so Flurry, I saw you practicing this challenge earlier today. How are you feeling, having run through it a few times?
Well, so I was also practicing last night, and I was trying as England. So I spent about 6 hours on that. You don't want to know how many times I sieged down Paris last night. It's actually crazy. And then today I decided, you know what? Not doing England. We're going with the Mamluks instead. So a little underprepared, I suppose. I only tried it once, so we'll see how it goes.
And Vennomite, are you then also going with the Mamluks? Is that your strategy?
I am. I wish Flurry had stained on England. I know I can beat it.
Well, I mean, Flurry, you are currently undefeated so far. See if you can keep that streak going. Vennomite, you have a chance to knock down the reigning champion. Now, please go prepare yourself, and we'll send it over to the casters so we can get this show on the road.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it appears both of them are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see who's a little bit
Both
better.
of them starting as Mamluks.
Yeah, Mamluks are the best nation in the game to start with. They're the most powerful nation in the game to start. So it'll be interesting to see. Do you reckon we'll get an OCB of the Byzantines? I hope so.
I think so. I mean, yeah, why not, right? And, you know, just like you said it last time, man, you want to see Chewy lose. Listen, I think this Flurry guy's got to get off his high horse, man.
Yeah, he's a bit too big of a boots. I mean, the last time he lost was to me in a competition. You know, it's just, I'd like to see someone else take that mantle from me.
And we need to remind him of that. Yeah.
Constantly. In a way in which he can't respond. Are we ready? Shall I tell him to get going?
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell our guys to get
All right, let's get them cracking, and we'll see what they come up with. I really want to see an OCB of Byzantium, man. I want to see it for all the Roma boos in the chat.
Yeah.
What do you think, chat?
All right, here we are starting off.
I want a 1 in chat if you want to see an OCB of the Byzantines. 2 if you want to see literally anything else. Let's see. Let's see what numbers people come up with.
Yeah, starting off in Vennomite's PO right here. Obviously, both of these guys are starting off as the Mamluks, right? The thing you want to go with here, no CB Biz, fight the Ottomans, get the coastline. Will you have enough time to annex Biz? Maybe, maybe not. You will have enough time to see some provinces from them, though. Some other guys over in Arabia, in the Horn of Africa are easy pickings, right? Easy coastal provinces that you can gobble up. And it's pretty much just a matter of time for these guys, you know, to annex Croatia and form Croatia. Will they do that first and then get the real conquering, or will they stay as the Mamluks, conquer a lot, then form Croatia? I really don't know. I guess we'll have to go ahead and see.
It'll be interesting to see, like, to what extent RNG plays, right? So, for example, Austria gets the union over Hungary very, very early. Croatia's then inherited by Hungary, and Austria has some ridiculous allies. Then you're not going to have a fun time. Inversely, if the Austrians don't get the PU, if Hungary is diplomatically isolated, if Croatia remains existent, or, for example, manages to get their own independence, then you can have an easier time of pinching the provinces necessary to form them. I reckon what our players might do is potentially a Venice start. You go after Venice and go in there. Although I'm seeing on my side of things, Florry is building a spy network and Fazan and also Mehdi Bahri. So maybe leaving it until the last 20 minutes or so to form Croatia and instead focusing on the weaker nations down south. Because the interesting thing around here is you have a lot of very, very easy nations that you can fight in lots, as we were pointing out earlier, lots of different religious groups. So aggressive expansion.
Yeah, expansion as the Mamluks is super easy. Super easy. So what are the requirements to form Croatia? Do you just need to be Croatian cultured?
I'm
Do you need
so
to own
glad
certain
that you
provinces?
asked that. Because I was in the midst of looking it up.
Interesting.
So,
I'm psychic. Like
obviously, you need them to not exist, and you need, let's have a look, the Dalmatia area. No, wait, no, you don't. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I should not do that. At least 5 cities, which I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do it. 6 core provinces in Europe with Croatian or Dalmatian culture. Interesting. Okay. Also, you need Zagreb or Ragusa. That'll be pretty.
So pretty much
easy
the Croatian, pretty much full annex Croatia.
I mean, yeah, if we want to keep it simple without doing anything fancy, then yeah, just straight up Croatia.
Yeah, presumably they would fight Venice and Ragusa and those guys too to get those coastal provinces. So even having the, you know, Dalmatian provinces shouldn't really be an issue either.
You know what I'm happy about? I don't have to play this challenge because this one feels like it's going to be stressful. Feels like people fun, like a lot of fun to watch. It also feels like it's going to be very stressful to actually participate in.
I think this is easier than the last one.
No, you think?
Yeah, I think this is easier than the last one. Since you
come up against,
don't have to start as Croatia, right?
I'd so much rather play this. This is just like
there we go. We have our first
conquest.
war. Actually, sorry to interrupt. Over in Vennomite's POV, he has declared on Venice with a CB, the Mamluk conquest of Crete, fighting Venice, Naxos, Siena, and the Knights. Will this very good Mamluk navy be able to beat the Venetian navy? Well, we got one dub right there versus Naxos. Let's see a naval invasion right here. These guys landing on Rhodes, aiming to take this out early.
Has he inherited Hejaz yet? Sorry,
no.
Has Hejaz taken up Medina, is what I mean. Because you can get them. Okay.
Yeah. But he has, he does have all the necessary things to vassalize Medina, as we can see right here. So I think as soon as this war is wrapped up,
introduced into it. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
As an event.
Yeah. So yeah, this is our first war right here. Shouldn't be too difficult. Might be kind of long, but yeah, shouldn't be too difficult. He's obviously going to try and nab
a lot of coastal provinces, which is excellent. That's damn near every one of the Venetian ones.
Pretty much. Again, I would take all of this right here, right? Leave these maybe for later.
You take all of it and then just leave it, and then just nip down south.
Yeah, all of this right here. Unlocking a mission 2, trustworthy allies, acquire subjects. Easy. So yeah, that's Vennomite's first war right here. As we go over to Flurry and see how his game is panning out.
He's not declared any wars yet. I believe he's just taken provinces off of Hejaz. He's just nicked them. Hejaz not too happy with that, and I believe they have been made.
He's already done the Medina thing, huh?
Yeah, so that happened. The event popped, and he's then seized provinces to get as much of a coastline as possible. It's always concerning when Florry starts to play meta this early, because again, look, they are marches. Out of all of the challenges that we've seen this season thus far, what do you think would be your best chance of beating Florry?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot the ones we already did. I got a goldfish memory, by the way, but
Nice.
I don't know. Name a challenge and I'll tell you if I think I can beat Florry.
The gold province one.
No.
You're just going to say no to all of these, aren't you?
Yeah.
I called that one pretty early. Okay. So we do see a war against Fazan, presumably to take the coastline here. Tunis is also in this war. Again, would be a great idea to go and take that coastline at this time. They are not. I believe that's to avoid the Moroccan. However, you could probably... It depends how crazy you want to go, right? Personally, and I assume that this has been extensively tested, so I'm looking at it for the first time, but personally, I would have co-belligerented Tunis and gone after Morocco as well, because look, these are coastline provinces here. You can nick 4 there, a bunch of them down the Moroccan coast, down here, and a bunch across Tunisia. And then, at that point, you have a lot of aggressive expansion accrued against Sunni nations, and you just leave it out at that point. Just don't do it. Then you focus on the Coptics down here. Obviously, the Sunni nations down here as well, but you focus on anything else that isn't Sunni. So the Coptics over here, then you go after the Venetians. You can head up into Emirati, because you are allowed to know CB in this one, and just try and get your little mitts into as many different cultural groups as possible.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Something that's not very good for me and you. We're gonna have to count these provinces.
I know. Yeah, I know. I know, man. I know.
All right. Well, let me go back over to Vennomite, because he has started his second war. The Hejaz event popped off as well. This is all owned by Hejaz right now, and he has declared on Mikalf, along with Dongola and the Rasids. Mikalf is which nation? These. Right.
Well, give it a shot. Mikhlaf. Go on.
Mikhlaf.
Hey.
There we
go. Yo. Okay. No, nice. Look at that.
Listen, maybe I was Arabian in the past life. Who knows? But
wait,
that's an additional.
Look at chat.
Coastal
There's a
province.
way to check how many provinces in Navy Ledger. No way.
And we have a Mamluk conquest of Corinth versus Byzantium as well. Vennomite in 3 simultaneous wars, fighting all across the known world. He's about to know CB, Pahang as well. You heard it here first.
Okay.
But yeah, there we go. There's a war
Quick
versus
question.
Byzantium popped off, man.
How's he done that then? Oh, he took Rhodes and he got a claim on them.
Yeah, he took Rhodes.
Yo, this is a hell of a start. I like this.
He basically annexed the Knights. You know what? Vennomite, I'm gonna use this for something.
Yeah, dude, that's actually okay. Take notes.
Very smart play by him right here.
Not gonna credit you at all, but I will be making a video.
Yeah,
just for that. You're keeping
credit him, not me. The thing is here, when are the Ottomans gonna declare on Biz? Are they gonna get Constantinople? You know, before he does. He's already got Athens. Oh, he's got access. He's got access through the Ottomans. Yep, there you go. He's about to arrive in Constantinople, so that's an easy
for those of you
vassalization
who don't know
on them.
You want to keep the capital of the Byzantine, Constantinople, away from the Ottomans as far as possible, because it prevents them from becoming an empire and also getting a bunch of free dev and locks them out of their mission tree, I believe. So yeah, definitely want to get that going if possible. And looks like
very good start. Now, even if the Ottomans declare on Biz, all he can do is just full annex Byzantium, let the Ottomans have the rest, and then just release them straight up after that. You know, what I would do right here is peace out Byzantium, and then when the Ottomans are busy with something, then declare on them. Of course, if you're doing this as maybe a European nation, you'd want to vassalize them and get dragged into a defensive war so you can call in your allies. But, you know, I prefer
the Mamluks can fight the Ottomans. Again, they are
on my own term, yeah.
Do you need to own the province directly, or is subject okay? Pretty sure, and I'll double check this, but I'm pretty sure you have to own them directly. It wouldn't make much sense if it was just your Croatia.
I think you need to own them directly as well. Yeah. So as Vennomite is in these 3 simultaneous wars, we'll hop back over to him later and see what he's done, as we can go over to Florry's POV directly.
Florry, not at war, has taken a couple more coastal provinces, which is good to see in North Africa. Right now, I'm not sure what he is up to, if I'm being honest. It looks like he's going to declare war on... There we go. He's going to declare war on Mehdi Bahri. He is fighting Ethiopia at the same time. That's a couple of unnecessary wars he's now found himself in, because none of those have coastal provinces. So we shall see. Aggressive expansion-wise, let's see. He actually has like no aggressive expansion. Barely anything. These aren't the richest of provinces, so that's interesting to note.
And everything is so far away from everything. Both of our guys fighting in the south and then in Europe, Africa, Arabia, you know, different religions, different culture groups. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all for either of our players, unless they're like,
I'd be surprised
I don't know,
if it was.
super
I think right at the end it might
with
be.
the Ottomans and
I would
Tunis.
like to see that be a problem, if that makes sense, because that means that they're going super aggressive. We do see quite a docile, if you flip to my POV directly, I just want to show this off for a sec. We do see quite a docile Ottomans, having taken out Jandar, but nothing else, not attacking anything, which is very rare. This might be the most docile Ottomans I've ever seen. So RNG favoring Florry, and undoubtedly, if he does end up winning, this will be the only reason. Okay, well, there it is. The AI heard me and decided to call me an idiot, as we see a war declaration for the Ottomans. Brilliant. Cheers. I'm getting clowned on by everything today. The AI as well. Anyway, he's declared war on Mikhlav for Abu Arish, and we shall see what he takes here. I personally would take Mikhlav as well as these. Well, he actually knows at war with the Rasids, not Yemen. So he's just taking that one province, but it looks like he might lose this. Surely not. He does have the flanking.
Probably not.
Just checking this out. We do see a pause. Oh no! He will. He will. The dice rolls. It's a 6 to a 6, a 7 to a 5. The AI is thinking he's going to do it himself. He does. Florry is defeated by an AI.
Rare Flurry L. Lost to AI, Omega Lol. Let's see those in the chat again.
See, it'll be interesting to see Vennomite, who has not... Oh, wait, hang on. He's attacked another... He lost again.
Well, listen, I'm getting tired of those L's. Let's go and see some W's in Vennomite's POV, because he's also declared on Yemen now. That's right. Peaced out. These guys took the province from them. This is who he's fighting right now, man. Yemen, Mahra, and Adal in this other war. Lots of potential coastline provinces right here. A lot, man. A lot. So we'll see how that develops right there.
He lost one battle, relaxed classes. We just saw God bleed. And you want us to calm down?
All right, he lost 2 battles, cool, Camille. So don't get it twisted, all right? Get your facts straight.
Doesn't matter.
Pretty close to piecing out Biz and Athens right here. Ottomans declaring on Albania and Serbia, interestingly enough. Venice isn't at that war, probably because they're losing to the Mamluks, as we can see right here. So a very strong start from Vennomite. We'll see if this continues like that, or
how many loans
has he overreached and overextended himself right at the start. Sitting at 9 loans right now, losing 20 ducats a month. Could be dangerous. Okay. Let's see what Florry is up to.
Currently Florry is losing 50 ducats a month, and he's taken a decent amount of loans. I believe that's 14 loans, and is also behind time. So I think at this point in time, we can probably say that Vennomite is in the lead, which is rather interesting. Oh, that is a good event to get, easing the diplomatic tension. We see concentration on Florry's face. Has been able to recover from the devastating loss against Mikhlav, and looks to be reasserting himself as he... Yep, there's another war against Yemen. He's also fighting Adal. That's a couple more coastal provinces. So he set himself up nicely. Doesn't appear he's looking to Europe in the slightest, potentially, as Vennomite is. I will see if that is a mistake here later on. But, I mean, he always has access to Venice, right? You can always take them out.
True.
So that's not...
And maybe the Ottomans will leave Byzantium alive in a province. They sometimes do. You know, leave them alive in Morea or something.
Well, the Byzantines are currently at war with Venice and also the Ottomans. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a resurgent Phoenix on that side of things. We'll see. Would you say, this is an interesting point someone's making, will he take a gold mine and dev it? Do you think it's worth taking a gold mine? I wouldn't say so. You don't have that long.
They're kind of far away, honestly. Maybe Kosovo, when he gets there, that's a bit closer to the coastline. But pushing through all of these guys,
I don't think he's going to be going to anything to do with the Ottomans. I would be very surprised if Florry fights the Ottomans. Yes. It doesn't matter. Like, at this point in time, it's sunk cost.
You think not worth?
No, at this point there's no point. Any coastline that you could potentially take from them is like it's that opportunity cost, right? So you got a bunch of resources. He's also embargoing Venice. I'm not sure about that, but
he has taken some Tunis coastline as well.
Yeah, he took this North African stuff earlier, which is good to see. And like I said, I think he's been working his way down the Horn of Africa, which is the right play if he is not going to be fighting the Ottomans this early. Because if you don't fight the Ottomans early, I don't think it's worth it in any way. Eventually, he has to make his way up here, presumably going to be declaring war on Venice and then taking that stuff. Do we see no union yet in this game? What about yours? If we flip over to Vennomite.
Nope, no union yet. Yeah, let's go over to Vennomite. He has pieced out Byzantium, not releasing them just yet. Of course, he can't. He's at war, but he has pieced them out, full annexing them along with Athens, so preventing the Ottomans or Venice from doing anything over here. Still in his war versus Yemen and some of these guys down here, not focusing too heavily on this, as we can see, you know, sort of splitting.
Or like Alexandria?
He has lost that fort. Or is there even a fort right there?
It doesn't look like there is. Did he get rid of it?
Yep, no fort in Alexandria.
My guy.
Yeah.
I'm liking this play from Vennomite. He's come out strong. He's come out swinging. He came with something to prove. I like this.
Yeah. Sieging down Venice pretty nicely right here. I don't know if he's going to be able to, you know, go through this navy right here. Where is his navy, actually? 48 boats. Yeah, they're all over in the Aegean Sea. Did he forget about them? I don't know. Maybe he'll take them over to the Gulf of Venice in order to walk onto their capital. But I'm interested in seeing what's he going to take from Venice. Presumably all the way up to here, man, is what I'm thinking. But yeah,
we'll give
very good place from Vennomite so far.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I mean, this right here, something like this, you know, seems about enough. 75 AE, actually, that's quite a lot. He might not want to do this. Maybe leave the islands over here for later, something like this. Yeah, this should be
come back later. Oh. Venice army trapped on island.
POV.
Well, my POV is looking pretty decent. So what's happening here is he's won one war and we've got another desync. Okay, is he playing until crash?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll keep going then. Just give me a shout when that happens, if that does happen. So I think it might be you. I think you're the problem here. But we do see Florry in two separate wars, the Adal one and Yemen one going pretty well, and Aden and Mahra. These are all excellent for him because a lot of coastline, as we see him take out Adal in a separate piece, extending his lead further. It's going to be an interesting one because I think Florry's going to take an early lead, and we'll see if Vennomite is able to lay the foundations to potentially take that from him later. Another thing to note is that Florry is allied to the Austrians, which I'm not sure about. We'll see if that
Who's allied to the Austrians? Florry?
How did he manage allied to the Austrians. I just think they were rival to the Ottomans, so we got a bit lucky on that front. Which is interesting. So I mean, it doesn't look like the union's going to happen because we've got Hunyadi as king in this game. Very interesting. So he's gotten a bit fortunate on that front because if you've got the union and he's allied, obviously he's going to have to fight them. So this is actually a really good bit of RNG for Florry as he focuses his efforts on the Horn of Africa, which I think is probably a really, really, really good strategy. It's Florry at the end of the day. He's probably tested it extensively. But it'd be interesting to see at what point he does, if he does, look to the north. Bear in mind, at this stage, he can definitely go around into India. We're looking at Europe thinking, when is he going to go there? He doesn't have to. Eventually, he will need to go and take Croatian provinces. But aside from that, he needs to have them not exist and then take the provinces. Let's see, losing 36 ducats a month, as well as 4,000 ducats in debt. He is 2/3 of the way to bankruptcy.
Nothing they can't handle.
I mean, we still have 40 minutes left. He's gonna have to outgrow his loan. So there is a thing, chaps and lads and lasses in Twitch chat, that you can actually outgrow your loan. So your loan size is dependent on how big you are, right? So if you grow larger, you can recycle old loans and keep perpetually taking more of them. So you're always in debt, but you're always taking larger and larger loans. So your debt size increases, but so does your debt cap, if that makes sense. Yep. Very hard to pull off because at the same time, if you get too many of your own provinces occupied, let's say rebels take a couple of provinces, then you will go bankrupt without you realizing it within a few moments. So you've got to kind of be careful about that one.
True.
Did you forget to add autonomy in provinces? I think he's been getting rid of his autonomy. Yeah, he'll probably be decreasing his autonomy when he can. Looks like in a couple of provinces he has been. He can't do that at war, obviously, but we'll definitely see that afterwards. How are things on your end?
Yeah, meanwhile, Vennomite's been powering through various nations. He did take everything that I initially mentioned from Venice, which is pretty much everything south of Istria right here.
Awesome.
Getting a lot of aid with the Europeans, but nothing too bad. And he has pieced out Adal as well in this war that Yemen, Adal, and Mahra were in. And he has taken the entire coastline from Adal. So, very strong early lead right here from Vennomite. Overextension is 104, which... is going to trigger some bad events for him right here. So, actually, I'm going to go into his POV directly to see how he is managing. Oh, he is? Maybe not planning on releasing Biz. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, maybe he might not have time to annex them. You know how it is.
No, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm not knocking either of these players' strategies because clearly they have tested them both extensively. You don't come up against a guy like Florry and not test beforehand.
Yeah,
you know, unless
but a very strong start from Vennomite right here.
It is.
He does have a couple of subjects as well. 4 vassals.
He is losing at present, to be clear.
Who, Florry?
No, Vennomite. But I would say he's got a better base. We're just going to see if he can actually close the gap in time. How's the Austria-Hungary situation looking in your game? Are they allied? What's going on? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, so if we go over here, we can see that they got this 000 guy. Ladislas, I think he is about to turn 15 in like March, something like that. I think it happens. So yeah, we'll see how that develops. They are allied.
Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. I think Austria is gonna get Hungary right
Definitely
here. We'll see how that develops. Austria, though, luckily don't have strong allies. It's just a minor HRE guys, Baden, Ferrara, Lucca, Ingolstadt. Sure, they're the Emperor, massive manpower and force limit, but he should be able to take them down. Even if they do get the PU.
Yeah, he can definitely do it. It's just an unfortunate circumstance to find himself in. And Florry getting bankruptcy looning. Interesting. Losing 50 ducats a month. He does have all of his debasing available. Let's see how this one plays out. He's definitely playing it on the edge. Definitely giving Vennomite the respect I believe he deserves. We shall see. Austria got rid of the Hungarian alliance for Florry's game. Yes, they did. It's very, like, this is a very good play.
Major development in Vennomite's game. I have to flip over immediately because Austria have gotten the PU over Hungary, and Croatia does not exist right now. So that is something that's happened over in Vennomite's POV. Will that make it more difficult for him to fight them? Yes. Croatia already doesn't exist, though. So with a couple of more provinces, he could form them immediately. We'll see how that develops.
But, 6, right? So he needs 6 provinces, is it? 5 provinces that are Dalmatian.
Yeah, he's already got 3 Dalmatian cultured provinces. Just declared a war versus Aden right here in Warsangali, which are these nations down here. So nabbing more coastal provinces in the Horn of Africa, Arabia area right here. You know, everything is going pretty well for him aside from this Austria-Hungary PU. And he's losing a lot of money, 41 ducats a month. 12 loans right now. He can take out a max of 23, 22 now. So,
22.
You know, both of our players not doing too good with the economy. Shaking his hand in disbelief? What is going on? Let's check out his POV directly. What's going on? Destroying forts. Moving around armies.
Trying to sort out his economy, probably.
Yeah. Still over 100 overextension, by the way, but some provinces are pretty close to being cored up, and as soon as that's done, well, he'll have no more.
Constantinople is an expensive province to take. Even obviously it's a coastal province, but like,
yeah, lots of rebels popping up, low manpower, -1 stab. Yeah.
Bear in mind also that stability does. Well, he might have done, because stability does impact the interest on your loans.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, I think that Florry, the importance of the Austro-Hungarian alliance being broken down and the Croatian being a bit more available for Florry is that he can push that final war, if indeed he does do it last, or however long it takes him to do it, he can push that further and kick that can down the road with the comfort knowing that that war is going to take a matter of minutes versus fighting Austria and all of his pals. So, yeah, that Austria alliance is doing very nicely for him indeed, as he does secure more coastline stretching all the way around, giving the Arabian Peninsula a nice little... Oh, what's that? An L. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. Who knows?
An L.
There we go. There it is. He's declared war on
I've
Venice.
seen
And
some
he's
of
actually
those in
called in
my
the
day.
Austrians. I don't know what one looks like.
A war versus Venice. Interesting. You know, something else that's also interesting is that he's declaring on Venice now, whereas that was like Vennomite's first war, actually. Even though he did wrap it up, you know, quite late. Yeah.
It might have something to do with the Ottomans declaring war on them at the same time. So we'll have to see how that one transpires. He has taken out, he's debased his currency once, but he has secured himself a larger amount of loans. So despite that, we've got a bit more Florrynomics coming in. 27 loans. He's got one more loan he can take and about 10 months away. But bear in mind, each of these clicks, you do it 4 more times, he can debase his currency. So he has another 1,000 incoming there. So provided he manages his economy okay, he should be fine. Little question mark there. I don't think Florry would go bankrupt. He does have a free merchant that's not being used currently. Which, you know, I don't think that would make a massive difference, but it would probably do a little bit. I'm just curious to see what he took here. There you go. Han Bali Scholars. Minus 10% aggressive expansion impact. Has Vennomite taken that?
Yes, he has also taken the same one. You know, I usually go for the shock damage.
It's objectively the worst one. Why would you do that?
Plus 10% shock damage, pretty good, man. Listen, of course, in a run like this where you expand as much as possible within an hour, yes, you would need the aggressive expansion, and it is the best pick that our players could go for. But yeah, as Florry is chilling right now, we can go over to Vennomite a little bit. You know, he is struggling a bit. You know, those bunch of rebel events that he got when he was at 104 overextension still plaguing his nation. Some troops stuck on Crete right here. Listen, Crete's lovely, but it's March. Let's wait for it to warm up, all right? You can get those guys out of here. He's got some provinces he can unsiege in Greece. Unsieging Split right here. Some other provinces that he took from Venice. And these wars, man, versus...
real quick. Someone said, why... this is Victor Colum. Why you not show Florry diplomats? It's a conspiracy. You've caught us out. Florry's diplomats currently are hard at work winning in this challenge, and I didn't want to reveal that, but now you spoiled it for everyone. So, you know, you caught the congratulations.
Yeah, you just ruined it. Thanks. All right. And with that, it's back to the studio. Good night, everyone. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.
It's over. That's it. All ruined. That's it. He's over for him. God, Florry has lazy diplomats. Yeah, he's got one diplomat free. I can't imagine that's going to make the difference. Look, chaps, there are so many different things at play all at once. Yeah, it's hard to keep a track of all of them. If you want to flip to my POV directly, I'll show you off what's going on here as we see another war being declared for Adjaran's province. It's definitely going to be creeping down this coastline down here, and it looks like he's letting. Oh, he's taking Treviso himself. But oh no, he's standing there until after the Ottomans are finished with the Venetians, so then he can play with their corpse at this point. So I think he's probably going to take these provinces. It was artistic. So he's going to take these 2 provinces probably, or in my opinion at least. I don't believe he called. I think he called them in for favors, most likely. No, maybe. It looks like favors to me at least. Let's see. No, he called them in for promised land.
Oh, yeah?
Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, there's no issue with giving them.
Do you think he's going to give them stuff?
The I mean, if I'm Florry right now, I go after Croatia immediately. He has to give them stuff, in my opinion. I think it's a good idea. He secures his alliance as one of his main...
Who are Hungary's allies? They usually don't get strong allies?
No,
no. It's easy. Was that like Epirus?
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'd go after this first, just to secure it, so then you don't need to worry about it later. Leaving too many things to RNG is kind of an issue. As we see a lot of Florrynomics going on. As he's paying off previous loans to take out more loans. He has 5 now loan difference. Like I said, it's a difficult thing to manage, but if you do it right, you're good. Hungary looking well.
Hungary looking pretty stable in both of our players' games, man. Luckily, they're not getting beat up like Bohemia, Poland, Ottomans, Austria, anything like that. Except, you know, them getting PU'd by Austria in Vennomite's game, but I think that's
well, that's the thing. It's the difference between like a 3 or 3-4 minute war and like an 8-10 minute war.
Yeah.
Definitely going to take twice as long, and there's more possibility for mistakes. Like I said, leaving, you want to leave as little up to RNG as possible. If we want to flip to your POV, someone's pointed out something in chat I want to check out, which is he trying to ally Poland?
Vennomite is currently not trying to ally Poland. He's improving with Milan and Naples. He actually doesn't have any allies. Well, Shamar, maybe for the scholar, I guess, and some other vassals.
Was he
There we
not
go,
allied
getting
to
offered
Austria at one
loans.
point? Obviously, he must have gotten rid of that now.
No,
you
he
know.
wasn't ever allied to Austria, I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, only allied to Shamar, maybe for some scholar stuff like that. I wanted to check his economy. Actually, he's at he can take 28 loans. He's 19 loans right now, losing 30 ducats a month. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I'm getting concerned with how long these wars down here are taking, especially the one versus Yemen, which he declared 9 years ago, obviously. You know, still fighting
his
Yemen
issue
and
is
Mafra.
he's having to deal with his own rebels because of the overextension. That's going to be very,
And
very tricky. And he
some
does have
rebels
that
are
big
close
old
to
war from
enforcing demands. Dalmatian and
Interesting.
Achaean, which
Where's
are
his navy?
these guys down here, and these guys down here. Navy is here, but armies? Any
he have any
armies up
cogs?
there to unsiege?
He has armies.
He has
cogs.
transports. He has
he not?
transports.
Chat. Does he know?
Does he not know?
Does he know?
Pepe Lev? Huh.
I mean, none of those are
Yeah,
full.
meanwhile, I'm
well,
just
there
going to
is
click
actually
this
full
mission a couple of
Dalmatia.
times. Can you guys hear this? I wanted
Why are
to
you
do
doing
that.
this? What's wrong with you, dude?
When your intrusive thoughts
Oh,
win.
Cast just decides to just annoy everyone involved. Right, great one, mate. Great one.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll lose these to separatists. Yeah, we can definitely
You flipped to,
check that
if
out.
you flip
As
to my POV,
Yeah.
this is the most hateful AI I've ever seen. Look at this. Austria is
What's going on
literally
right
in
there?
Syria. Venice managed to siege stuff down, and Austria marched all the
we
way
need
to
to
Syria.
pause. We need to pause. We need to pause. There we go. All right, we'll stay on Florry's POV right here as we
I need to
reload
tell
this
Florry.
Vennomite right here, and you can carry the game a little bit.
He unpauses and pauses so fast.
Yeah,
I'm
Florry
fighting him.
thinks he's pausing himself.
Stop it, Florry! Florry, no! Oh, come on, man! Okay, no!
Just text him in game.
I have! Okay, we're good. Yeah, pause the timer, pause the timer, pause the timer, okay. No, please, Florry. Alright, come on, man. Alright. Okay. God,
That's pretty
I felt like I was fighting his willpower there. Whew! That was stressful for me, man.
That was intense.
Dude, I'm just yelling at him. Dude, I'm gonna make sure I've got him. Like, I'm gonna text him on WhatsApp next time.
Yeah.
Just give him a ring. All right.
Next time, just call him.
meanwhile, shall I just call him now whilst we're waiting?
Yeah.
Just give him a ring. Oh,
Yeah, just
man.
call him.
Just hey man, how's it go? Anyway, let me take you through what's been happening here. Like I said, a super helpful Austrian AI. In fact, chat, I'm gonna take this opportunity to ask you what. Florry fighting 2 wars in game 1 against the casters. How do you do the whole naval promises thing? Because you said I could do it in like Navy force limit. Let's have a look. Navy's force limit from 53 promises. There you go. So I can see how many coastline
Oh
promises he
yeah.
has.
Oh, that's easy. We don't gotta count.
Dude, our job is to save once more.
Yeah. Shout
Don't
out
distract
to our
the
audience.
talent. My guy said, Ferdinand, 1996, don't distract the talent. Now, when I was playing in Speed 5 in the first season, I had to listen to Count Christo and Ludi second guess everything I ever did. So I think they can handle it. I'm kidding. It was actually quite fun to listen to them as they like try and figure out. There's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing more satisfying than when you have a plan and the casters have no idea what's going on. Because you can feel their panic. Because now I
Yeah.
feel it, right? You can feel their panic as they're desperately trying to provide commentary on something they have absolutely no understanding of what's unfolding. So, you know.
All right, well, we're back in game right here and ready, and we can go ahead and unpause in both of our POVs at
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
let me tell them. Florry. I'll tell them Vennomite.
All right, well, there we
There
go.
we go. I told him to go.
All right,
I had to give him a cheeky little unpause real quick.
Yeah. Well, that was a faster reload than with
That was
Habibi.
quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Meanwhile, Vennomite
Dude,
has
I'm-
wrapped up his war versus Yemen that we can go ahead and check out now. Finally taking some of those provinces right there. He has not, in fact, lost the provinces to, rebels. Maybe that was just misleading in my POV because I was desynced with him a little bit.
That would
and maybe
make
in
sense.
fact his
That would
game
make
was
a lot
doing
of
a
sense.
lot better than it was. But you know, the loans are still the same. Got 20 loans. He can take a max of 30, no manpower either. So you know, weak-ish Mamluks in both of our players' games, but a lot of coastal provinces. And since we now know how to check them, let's go ahead and see. Well, there you go. Vennomite has 41 coastal provinces apparently.
10 different
41.
sizes. That is pretty big. Bear
So
in mind
Florry has
that he
51?
also has 50. Yeah, 51. Bear in mind he also has a big war against the Emperor ahead of him. So that's
Yes,
going to be
that
a
is
bit
true.
of a
That
tricky
is
one
true.
for him. I feel like the first
So even
10
though
minutes of
Vennomite-
Venomite's game was pretty explosive. And at that point,
Yeah.
I think he had a choice, right? He either committed and played the lone game like Florry and keep on just like literally play at your absolute limit. So you'll constantly have bankruptcy looming and play with your corruption. I mean, you can see that Florry is doing that right now in terms of inflation and increasing its stability to make sure the interest size, loan size, the interest of the loans are low. So I think that at that point, you're going against Florry, you kind of got to go for it. Though, having said that, we did see Hydrophilic try that in his finals against Florry and go bankrupt like something like, what, 8 times in 2 games?
Yeah, and
Probably
got beat
more
by
than that.
Vijayanagar AI.
And also Sweden AI.
Let's not forget about that. Oh yeah.
He got beaten by, like, he came, somehow in a 1v1 against Florry, he came third. To be clear, we're good friends with Hydrophilic. We like the guy.
Shout out
We just
Hydrophilic.
think he's hot. No.
What?
Yeah, Florry is going to be giving Austria promises, I would assume. Although it does look like the Venetians are prioritizing Vienna, whilst taking advantage of the Austrians. Like I said, the most helpful AI I've ever seen. What is this? If you want to flip to my POV, you've got them sieging down Naxos dutifully. They'd sieged down Tadwell, they sieged down all of the Syrian lands, and now they're sieging down all this stuff for him as well. Florry's literally just had 16k here, and Austria has won this war for him, and cleaned up rebels for him, and also been taking these random ass islands. So he's been doing great. At the same time,
you
as
have
well
a
as
helpful
Adjuran,
ally.
it's great. It's good for him.
Oh, you gotta see this.
What am I looking at?
Look at this. What did Aragon do?
Oh, what?
That is disgusting. AI Aragon, please.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. What
I've
is that
never seen
Valencia?
that,
But he's
dude.
saying like, what is that?
Like they've lost, but won?
They're hiding from Castile. Are they? What?
What's
What?
this dynasty?
All right, I want the Hungarian AI from the last one, and I want the Aragonese AI from this one.
now.
Dude, so hang on, he lost to Naples. He's got 1 province in Sardinia. Dude, I don't care about what Vennomite's doing. I want to focus on this. Okay, so Valencia's been released, presumably lost to Castile. Granada's still alive, and he's taken provinces in Austria, in Portugal. That's horrible.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny right there.
But why?
But
did
yeah,
he take
while we're
that
still
land?
here,
I don't
do
get
they
it.
want it? They strongly desire all of this. What are these dynasties? What? All right.
Mate, I don't.
Well,
I'm
Vennomite has just
slightly
pieced out
scared.
Mahra, taking this, putting himself up to 52 provinces, so catching up to Florry pretty quick right there. And as soon as he pieces out Autumn right here, that's going to be 3 more. Still, none of these guys...
my POV real quick. Oh, you missed it. Florry got stacked wiped by an AI. 1,000 troops down the drain.
Lost to AI again.
Yeah, it's just L's all round. But he is fighting Adjuran and has taken out, I believe, Melindi.
I gotta say, Adjuran is one of the more annoying nations to fight.
How come?
I don't know why. Whenever I play as Ethiopia or Kilwa or something like that,
They always have
it's just
troops
they
all over the
always
place.
ally someone you want to fight. And you gotta fight them too.
You know the worst part as well in this region, and this is something that you know what I'm saying it. You know, obviously these are my own views, but they retreat into wasteland. I hate that. I hate that they just retreat into territory.
And then you get wiped by
like,
natives?
Yeah. So when you chase them, you get attacked by natives, and they can just retreat because they're not technically like a combatant anymore. They can retreat into wasteland, just wait there, and so you have to chase them through. It's horrible. I don't think that should be in the game.
Yeah.
All right, chat. I want 1 if you agree with me. 2 if you think I'm wrong. We're creating a movement. we're making changes. We see Florry dominate over here in this war. Going to be taking these 2 provinces and also all these.
We have the war versus the Emperor over in Vennomite's POV. He has just declared on Austria, Baden, Ferrara, Hungary, Ingolstadt, and Lucca. Fighting all of these guys right here, presumably to finally take the necessary Croatian provinces. And he has allied Poland. He has allied Poland, Lithuania. They're dragging in, well, obviously Lithuania and just Lithuania. But this should be pretty easy, man, with those guys on his side. Yeah. Troop advantage slightly, but yeah, man. Let's see tech real quick. He's on Miltech 5, Austria's 4, Hungary's 4, Poland is 4. So yeah, this should be actually a pretty easy war for him. He's already in Vienna. Austrians and Hungarians focusing on Poland. Man, easy, yo, easy. Actually, we'll see if it's easy. But yeah,
I mean,
that's
can you
Venomite's
quickly,
war right
when
now.
you have the opportunity, do you mind checking to see how much war score it'd be to take those provinces that he needs?
All of the Croatian ones?
But he doesn't need to take all of them, does he? He needs to just take.
He needs like 3.
Let me
That's only 26 war score.
Yeah, so he can
Yeah,
probably
because
take
he already
Vienna.
has 3 Dalmatian ones. If he takes like 3 Croatian ones, he can probably form it, right?
There's
That's
no
6 like Dalmatian or Croatian. No, there is not. No.
Sweet.
Yeah.
If you want to flip to my POV, I want to show you something real quick. We have a war at the same time against Hungary, but in this one, Austria's on his side. So this should be a bit of a walk in the park. Plus, let me show off a couple more
what's the date
coastal provinces.
in Florry's POV?
1460.
1460.
Oh, hang on. Florry might... No, he beat the rebels. Don't worry. It's fine. But he has taken the entire coastline over here, which is obviously very good. Up there as well. It looks like it's going to be very handy. Plus, with how... in case you're slightly new to the game and you're not aware of how these guys are going to flip to Croatia, you might be very confused as to why our players are playing as Croatia. Basically, how you do it is you do this. You promote the culture to an accepted one. Obviously, you need to have the correct development, and then you can... Okay, this stuff is done on like states. What states are actually, full states, or if they're territorial. And so if you just have states that are, this culture over here, then that will be 100%, and you can culture flip, promote it to the primary culture, and then you get all of the formulations along with that. Oh my god. Wait, hang on. The Hungry AI. The Hungry AI. It's coming back
again.
in. It wants more. Oh,
they're back.
They're huge. They
Hungry AI crushing.
Hungry?
Crushing Habibi. About to crush
dude, they're gonna catch him
as well.
Oh, Florry legging it as fast as he can to get out of there. Fleeing from the Hungarian AI.
Is Hunyadi still there?
Mate, Hunyadi is born to the saddle. 4-2. He's gonna catch him. He's gonna catch him. Dude, this Hungary, what is with Hungary today? He's created issues for everyone.
As he's being flabbergasted by the Hungry AI, just as we were.
Bro, they're gonna be knocking on his door soon. Look at that. Dude, that might be a sack wipe. No, not quite.
Oof. What's the tech? What's the tech? Let me know what tech.
Let me double check. It's 5 versus 4. The Hungarians have superior tech. The Hungarians putting up a good fight here. No way. Are they running to Vienna? Yeah. They're gonna sack wipe him.
No.
They did. Dude, that was like 13,000 troops. They wiped him. They wiped him. They haven't upgraded their infantry even.
Plus L plus ratio.
The Hungarians are winning this war.
It seems that, on first sight, Florry's war was easier, but no, he's the one losing to Hungary. Meanwhile, Vennomite beating the Hungarian AI, well, just as about to say, he's actually losing as well over in Pest.
Why you like this, man?
Him losing to the Hungarian AI as well, but you know what? Man, he's got a tech advantage.
Hungary is massive.
He's got a tech advantage. That Hungarian dude, dead, by the way. And, yeah. But he's got enough war score to piece out right now. Look, he can even take more. He can take all Croatian provinces. Well, almost.
So why is he not piecing out?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a reason,
beat this
surely.
stack up and you can... Actually, there we go. He just pieced out.
Excellent.
Boom.
And
and now...
he completed
if he does the
harder
necessary
war
things...
easier.
Yeah. He can now easily flip to Croatia.
Right, well, he's got the prerequisites, but obviously our players don't know how well the other ones are doing.
60 coastal provinces right now, Vennomite. And he has the Croatian
60 coastal provinces?
60. You can go ahead and tell us about Florry.
And for the final time, we will do that. Florry is at 65. Vennomite making a huge comeback here. 5 coastal province difference.
But he has the Croatian ones. Florry is going for the Croatian ones now.
Well, Florry should do it now. Like, I mean, let's be real here. The Hungarians were not going to pose that much of an issue. I'm spectating Croatia right now. You can clearly see my bias, but that's fine. To be clear, it was a setback to be stack wiped there, but I actually helped him out with his finances a little bit. And he's letting the AI do a bit more of the heavy lifting as we see that Munich is now breaching the walls. It is very interesting. Like I said, RNG is dependent. That Vennomite had to fight a harder war, but just because of a few mistakes from the AI and Florry leaving one stack, just one mistake, one stack left out in the cold and a couple of bad dice rolls, meaning that this war was delayed a little bit, allowing Vennomite to catch up, making this a lot closer than you might think at first glance. Yep. I mean, I honestly thought it was over when I saw that the Austro-Hungarian Union had formed. We don't see that here. An assault from Florry here. There we go. What's this war for?
Rushing.
Well, yeah, he needs to rush and make sure Vienna doesn't fall is the key part. But there is a Hungarian stack.
His allies.
Or Hungarian stack leaving. Or here we go, 7%. What do you reckon? Will the AI do it? Will they fix it?
Nah.
He's not going to take that chance. He's not taking that chance. No way. Dude, there was a second. There was a second where the Hungarians came running for him. Florry fleeing from the Hungarians. Dude, the Hungarians also assaulting over here, targeting the gold mines. This is actually like legitimately really good play for this for like an AI. This is actually good.
Is Hungary the best AI?
Dude, like actually really like, I mean, you can't knock it. I'm starting to commentate over Hungary's plays as well. Let's see what I'm actually gonna.
Now,
okay, there we go.
A good point from someone in chat is that Florry needs to full annex Croatia here.
He does.
So what's the war
That is
score?
the difference.
What's the aggressive expansion? You know.
I don't believe it's going to be too much of an issue for him. Let's have a look. That's also why staying allied to Austria is a good idea. All right, he can do it for 57% war score. The coalition is, nothing at all really. No one of any sort of significance. Apologies if you live in any of those states, but I have just called you irrelevant in the 15th century. At me on Twitter. Right. The 57% is far away as Florry assaults Pest and just starts to really hunker down and get those forts. The Hungarians, though, not going without a fight. Surely he'll fight this. Let's see. Still, the tech difference is there. The Hungarians have not upgraded their troops. Let's see. There's a rumbling happening here. Oh, we see loans taken. Max loans are taken. Ooh. Good idea at this point in time. And we see there's the combat. The Hungarians fighting tooth and nail, but it's not enough as they are still packing. That should be the war pretty much done. I mean, he just needs a couple more provinces. Oh, hang on. There's 17,000 more. Does Florry see it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't see it.
He doesn't know.
The Hungarians are coming back. It's a stack wipe, surely. Not quite. The Hungarians, it is a stack wipe. I don't believe it. The Hungarians making more plays and disappearing into Transylvania. I cannot believe this. The comeback of the century. Hungary doing everything in his power to try and give Vennomite every possible advantage. The Hungarians now stack wiping over here as well. I cannot believe this. This Hungarian AI is giving Florry more trouble than I think anyone in this competition ever has.
Right, who buffed them?
If Vennomite ends up winning. Who buffed them? What's this? Is this modded? Hello? Is this pre-recorded?
You need to call Johan immediately.
Dude, I don't understand this AI. This is great. And now the Croatians taking out the navy down here. I mean, what happens? What happens? I mean, Vennomite has every opportunity now to take the lead. This war has been going on for 3 years. He has just been fighting Hungary and co. And we see another battle take place. No way. No way. It's again. It's happened again. And now he attacks the mountain fort as well. Dude, he's going to catch him. He's caught him.
Pushing into him again.
I don't believe this.
Another L entrenchant on the fort in the mountains. How many losses has Florry taken to this Hungarian
Oh, it's a stag wipe.
AI?
It's a stag wipe because it retreated to Venice, to Vienna. Oh, no. I swear, right now, if Vennomite wins this, I need some sort of pub. No, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Epirus now. He needs some sort of like public thanks to Hungary, the nation of Hungary, as another stack goes tumbling down, increasing the losses. Florry must be getting frustrated. You want to see the losses?
Yeah,
129,000 versus it's 2-1. It's a 2-1 KD. The Austrians, I think they peace out. The Austrians peace out.
Austria's out now. Interesting. Yeah, Florry seems to be on the back foot right here, losing lots of battles. Hungary unsieging itself. He did just get the fort over in that one province, Temes, right there. So
that's an important
Could he potentially peace out right here before they get past? Can he full annex Croatia with this? He can't.
He can't. But here we see a combat, and we see a big mercenary stack, but there is no leader there. 2 fights at the same time. This should be it. This should be it. Look at this. If the Hungarians stacked up, but not taking any chances, massively overstacking, no way.
Yeah.
Surely not. There we go. Okay. Finally, order is restored as he defeats 2 Hungarian armies back to back, but that will take a chunk, and he does, in fact, finish off the war, thereby eliminating Croatia, taking the province he needs, and leaving this dark chapter in his game behind him. We'll see if he's able to make up lost time. Do you want to flip to Vennomite and give us an update as to going on in the final 12 minutes?
While Florry was losing to John Hunyadi right here, Vennomite was winning versus Adran, taking a bunch of coastal provinces from them over in the Horn of Africa region. Is he going to declare on some of these other guys? Is he spying? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. But what'd you say?
He just yelled out yes.
Did he?
Vennomite, yeah. Well, something happened.
Declaring on Oman as well right now to take some more provinces from them, a couple of coastal ones right here, and he's also fighting Tunis, who just lost to Tafila or something like that. They were occupied by them, so there's lots of coastal provinces that he can take over from Tunis right here. You know, AE shouldn't really be a problem. He can probably take all of it, not all of it, but maybe something like this.
That's a lot of provinces right there.
Pretty much all except 2. No matter how he goes right here. So that's a lot of provinces right there.
How many provinces and wants us to show the ledger, but we're not showing that until the end.
No, we're not.
A bit of a tease.
Because we got 10 minutes left. We don't know. You won't know. No one will know. We'll only tally it up at the end. But last time we checked, Florry was in the lead by a province or 2, maybe. I don't know. I forgot.
I think it was 3 or 4, I believe.
Yeah.
But it is close. Florry
now
has to attack
Vennomite also being
moving
at the max amount of loans right here while not having that much money, man. 676 ducats, losing about 30 ducats a month. And full corruption as well.
Interesting.
You know, he might need to do a little bit of exploiting development right here for some extra cash, but how much is this going to help? Not that much. And meanwhile, I'm going to do this again. There it is. But yeah, he needs to get out of this. There we go. He just pieced out Tunis, not taking the max amount of provinces. I guess, you know, this war turned out to be more costly than it needed to be. But right now, he can't take any more loans. He has 22, but he can't have more than 20. So as soon as he runs out of this cash right here, he might be going bankrupt. But I think he should keep it under, should keep it in check. This war versus Oman, man, should be easy right here. And not a lot of expansion from our players over in Europe, man. I really did think both of these guys were going to fight the Ottomans, but, you know, I guess what's the point, right? You can't annex Byzantium. Yeah, pretty much.
He was saying that he's almost bankrupt because he bribed the Hungarians. That is a disservice.
Maybe he has.
Oh, can you flip to my POV for a sec, mate? Just mine. I want some Fs in chat for Hungary, as they now have to face the Ottomans. Just some Fs in chat. Let's just pay our respects to.
All right, let's pay our respects to the Hungarian AI chat. It defeated, Zlawek, defeated Habibi, defeated Florry. Vennomite so far hasn't fallen to it, but
the only man to stand up against. I want a Hungarian challenge now. Oh, that's hard to see. It's hard to watch. Parents, get your children to look away from the screen, because sometimes the good guys, they don't win. But we do see another good
Nice
guy,
guys finished
Florry,
last, yeah.
taking 100% against the Tunisians. Presumably going to take a full coastline here, something that Vennomite was able to do. He does, in fact, do that. And now we see a pesky little Castilian province in the way of this Moroccan one right here. He actually is allied to Morocco, so perhaps not. We see also looming bankruptcy in the maximum amount of loans, but at the end of the day, he has a lot more cash than Vennomite, and I don't think we'll be seeing a bankruptcy from Florry anytime soon. Can definitely spend these last few moments getting more coastal provinces, can be declaring more wars. I think we're going to start seeing an explosion in these last...
Yeah, 7 minutes on the timer, chat. Not a lot of time for these guys. We'll see what happens. You know, let's go back over to Vennomite. I want to point out something interesting, that he has, in fact, not seized the coastal provinces from Hejaz, which Florry has. He doesn't have any other coastal vassals. Well, actually, he has Cyprus, but he can't seize them. He can seize Assert right here from Fezzan, so that's like 4 provinces for free. Well, maybe not for free, maybe for some prestige.
Well, we'll see if he actually remembers to do it, because as we know in the last moments, it is kind of tricky to remember everything.
Yeah. So that's 4 additional provinces for free.
Need to flip. Like, this is the thing. If they cut it too close...
They do. They need to stack up on admin points, you know, to core all that up. Diplo points to promote,
be clear,
demote.
Yeah. They need to stack up on their admin and Diplo. They need to core the provinces, make sure obviously they're cored, and then flipping should only take a matter of a minute or 2 once all that is done. But it is something to keep an eye on, because if you do it too late, we won't count it.
True.
If they both don't flip, what do we do? Is it a draw? Did they both get a loss?
No, I'm just gonna be the winner. Why not?
Yeah, we'll just enter. We'll have the grand final of me versus you.
Yeah. We'll just flip a coin.
Why not? Yeah. Well, you and I will play rock paper scissors. We'll both represent someone.
Bet.
Florry
and there
now
we go. Vennomite piecing out
cranking
for 4
out
additional
speed
provinces
5
in Oman.
If you want to flip over to
Let's
Florry,
go to his
just
POV
for a
directly.
second.
Actually.
Yeah, he's going to be core
There we
provinces. He's cranking out speed 5 to make sure he can get the cores done. You can see him focusing on Croatia, focusing on that region, trying to make sure he gets it done in time. I think we've seen potentially the last war as the Mamluks. He's going to be flipping to Croatia and then probably using whatever remaining time he has left in order to secure the final little bits of coastline that he can. So we'll see. We'll see. Do you want to flip to Vennomite? I think he's going to have a bit more of an active POV, and I'll keep you up to date as to what happens. Firstly, do you want to give us a quick update on Portugal?
Yeah, so actually let me go back over to my POV so I can show off Portugal first. Still looking as ugly as ever thanks to Aragon. But if we go back over to Vennomite, we can see that he is trying to do some of the culture stuff right now, you know. Taking a look at the coring cost, you know, he needs admin points to full state those. He needs Diplo points to promote Croatian. They do need to have enough dev to be stated. He has already promoted Croatian, actually, as you can see, but he does need to get rid of the Egyptian cultured provinces as states, or dev up quite a lot of the Croatian cultured provinces so he can culture shift, because it does needs to be 50% of your dev, right? And we can see that he has gotten rid of the states everywhere over in Egypt, debasing currency right now in his capital state of of Bahari, where Cairo is located.
He's made a mistake.
And right now I can see from my POV that it's 56% Egyptian, 43% Croatian. So, you know, is he gonna have to move his capital? Something like that. Yeah.
Doesn't have any Diplo. Oh, this is gonna be a rough ending for him here if he's not able to do it. He does have 4 minutes left, so he does have time.
To unpause here.
But the issue is he destated everything first, so his country is not going to be in a stable state. If he unpauses, he'll go bankrupt.
He's gonna blow up.
So he has to develop the provinces. There we go, 51%.
There we go. He's at 51%. Now he needs 108 Diplo.
How much is he getting per month?
He's getting 6 per month. He needs to get rid of allies, get a level 3 advisor, which he can't. He's trading in coffee, if anyone cares.
Close. He has been doing like perfectly in terms of on the edge of bankruptcy. Perhaps not being the most efficient with his money, but has definitely been playing as well as he can in that. He did. There you go, RNG. E4 wants this guy to win. I'm telling you now. They imbued Hungary with an incredible spirit. Let's see. Are you all believers, chat? Let's see.
He needs about 2 or 3 more month ticks to be able to flip to Croatian. He needs 109. He's at 92 right now. 98 right now. So like 2 more month ticks. And there we go, 104. Next month, he will be able to flip to Croatian culture, not blowing up yet, not going bankrupt, rebels not enforcing demands. And there we go. He has flipped over to Croatian culture. We can see from his POV directly. And there we go. He has just formed Croatia, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 and 40 minutes left on the clock.
There you go. If you want to flip over to Florry's POV directly, he has declared war on Hormuz. He also flipped Croatia, but it was a lot less of a painful process. So I thought I'd let the dramatic side of things play out. Fairly simple, and he does also have admin left to restate and core provinces that he needs to. But he has a lot of money in the bank. Obviously, the 30 corruption notwithstanding, but he does have 6,000, which should be enough for a decent chunk of manpower. He also has a decent chunk of manpower left. Can also take mercenaries and should be able to finish off Hormuz, no problems. But this is probably the final moves. We shall see. How much money is he losing?
Yeah.
Minus 101. Well, that's still like a lot of... He's 5,000 in the bank. I don't know how he's done that. I want to know if the host could ask him. I'm confused by him and Zlevic always having so much money. Florry has this in the bag. You underestimate Hungary. Watch, they're going to declare war right now. They're going to take back those Croatian lands. They're going to form Croatia themselves. You'll see. We'll see. But I mean, oh, that's a bit of an issue for him. Oh no, he's allied to them. So he allied the Timurids, but the issue is the Timurids are taking land because they have an interest in it. So he's got one province, one for your province. If that makes the difference,
minute and a half left.
Oh, this is going to come down to the wire. You know what? I'm going to say you and I have a harder job than the players because they have like an intense hour. You and I have to do this 3 times. I can't do it anymore. True. My heart's racing.
True. You know, this is if you got a weak heart, chat, don't be a U4 caster. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially when Hungary's involved.
High octane right here.
Let's see. Are there any wars being declared on your end, or is it just sort of riding out the clock at this point?
I think he's just chilling. Maybe he's gonna. He did actually seize the provinces from his subjects, the coastal provinces, the ones from Hejaz and
so he's maxed out. So that's his final score. Is
45 seconds left.
Oh, and then we see a nice little piece. They don't have to be cored. Remember, they just need to be owned. The provinces just need to be owned. And I think that's Florry with his final score done. He takes a sit back and breath outwards, and I believe we enter into the final 30 seconds. We're not gonna call it too early, because obviously they could realize something and do something in the final moments. But man, what a performance from both of these guys. But most importantly, to Aragon for taking land in Portugal and Hungary for derailing what was a stable campaign. 4 years of a very painful war where they had 2-1 KD. They they killed 150,000.
And with 2 seconds on the clock, that's time right there.
Excellent. Right, are you on my POV, right?
Done.
I will bring up mine, and then you say if Vennomite's beaten it, okay? You ready?
For today's challenge, our players needed to get the most amount of provinces possible as Croatia.
Switch my POV, quick!
Coastal ones,
quick,
by the way.
He's gonna check! He's gonna check! Alright, he checked already. Okay, 81 provinces.
Oh, I thought I won.
He got 81. No, you won't. Okay, so he has 81 coastal provinces. And 81. We'll see. 81. Did 81. Vennomite flip to your POV? Did Vennomite beat him?
I know for a fact that Vennomite is extremely close to 81 coastal provinces. We can go ahead and check right now, and Vennomite has 81.
What? What do we do? What do we do? Wait, what's the in-game time? Oh my god, it's gonna come down to in-game time.
That's what we're gonna call it. Venomite.
Mate, it's in-game time. 2nd of August, 1471. It came down to 6 months. He did it.
Vennomite won.
He did it! He came down to 6 months! I do not believe that! That is the closest I have ever seen. The celebrations having been made. That is incredible. That is incredible. Vennomite. Whoo! Oh my god. Mate.
Dude, listen. If he was gonna win one, this was the one to win. And he did. Congratulations to Vennomite. Wow, both of our players ending with the exact same number of coastal provinces. Both the same year, Vennomite only playing about 5 or 6 months less than Florry, which means he took less time to do the same thing. He won. Amazing. Probably the closest challenge we've ever had.
That was the closest thing I've ever seen. Mate, clap it up. That's incredible. Oh my god.
Amazing. Shout out to Hungry AI too. Let's see what the studio
Dude,
thinks.
Oh my god!
Okay. We
So excited! Holy crap!
we started the show with a 2-province difference, and we're continuing the show with a 6-month difference.
That is incredible! Wow! I wish that they kind of could have seen both of our reactions when we got the news.
You're much better at recreating your reaction than I am, but it was very much like that.
I think we were both just shocked. I mean, that is incredible. All right, so let's go congratulate Vennomite. Holy crap. Vennomite, congratulations. How does it feel?
We had the same strategy. I just did it 6 months faster.
That was so incredible.
Oh my god, I did it.
Man.
Florry, I have to. That
Congratulations.
hungry
Well
AI
played.
just that hungry AI just had something against Japan.
Yeah, oh my god, and I was so nervous. I was like, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna finish the core on time. This is over. I was like, I'm gonna get 0 points. So I started, I don't know, derping around and.
I was so paranoid about that too. I left an army over there just to deal with rebels. Like Eddie Rebels' spot up, deal with it.
That was craziness. I mean, like Knorr said though. I mean, we started with what, the 2-province difference in the last one, and then it just came down to 6 months between you two.
I let it tick there at the end because I was trying to get enough to threaten a war to try and get an additional province, and that would have cost me. That would have cost me 6 months.
I mean, especially
I was
you
so
guys.
close to bankrupt.
You guys had, like, Vennomite, you had the crash at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then, it's just a matter of between, pauses and speed 4, speed 5, just those little tiny differences can obviously just, really kind of make this game.
It's one of the things that make it extra stressful, I would imagine, for you guys playing, especially now when we've had 2 duels that have really, come down to the wire. And sometimes we have the other ones where the RNG is just like, no, this person's winning. But that has not been the case today, and I'm super happy for it. Vennomite, you clawed another win out of that, Flurry. You have the first loss on record, which means currently it's very, very tight at the top. There's a lot to play for. And you guys will both be back next week to play for it.
All right,
Yes.
GG, man.
Maybe I feel your pain, but I'm still going to beat you.
Congratulations to Vennomite. Great job by Flurry today.
GG,
and
Flurry.
we will see both of you guys next week.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.